Okay, so by now you should already know how to do these problems, whether it's writing the exponential equation or going and finding values for y given the x. I'm going to do just a few of them with you just to make sure we're on the right track, and then you go ahead and finish the whole packet, front and back, all 4 pages, which shouldn't take that long because, like I said, they're not that hard. I don't want you to look at this and get scared. These are not hard at all. Like, for instance, this one says that Betty currently has $2,000, so that means that's what she started with. That's the initial value, $2,000. So all of them should start with 2,000, right? And then it says if the account earns, that means plus 1.5%, you need to change the 1.5% to a decimal by moving the decimal to the left 2 times. So really it's going to be 0.015, and that needs to be added to the 1 inside the equation, right? And then it's to the power of x because it's x months. So 2,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.015x. So really it's 2,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.015 is 1.015 to the power of x. I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to change that percent to a decimal. So the answer is D. Let's go look at problem number 5. You're probably going to have to change the page. Mine is in order. Problem number 5. Looks like a really long problem, but it's not. The whole top part is all about the type of equation that you're going to be using, okay? So it's going to be a plus, not a minus. That's all you need to know. So you're going to be using y equals a parentheses 1 plus r to the power of t. Okay, that's all that means. You don't even have to read it. The second part, this is where the actual problem comes in. It says that in 1999, there were 2,450 students. So that's what you start with. Y equals 2,458 students. And it's going to be 1 plus because that's what is set up here. Okay? Let's keep reading. Students who successfully complete Algebra 2. If the success rate for completing Algebra 2 increases, that's where the plus comes in from, right? By 1.5%. Well, we already changed 1.5%. I know that it's 0.015. So 0.015 to the power of x. So that's the equation I'm going to use because it says now how many students will successfully complete it in 1997. So I'm going from 1990 to 1997. That means in my table, 0. No, we're looking for 7 years. At 7 years, how much was it? So you're going to put this equation in the calculator, y equals second graph. And you're going to go look for 7 years. So I'm going to do this first one with you, and then the rest of them, I'm not going to have to go to the calculator because you should already know how to do it. So let's put it in the calculator. Y equals 2,458 parentheses 1 plus 0.015 to the power of x. To the power of x. Okay, if you need to pause at any time because I'm going too fast, go ahead and pause. Second graph takes you to the table. Go look at 7 years. And that's how much you're going to have at 7 years in 1997. 2,728. Okay? Problem number 7. Is the same thing. The whole top talks about the type of equation that you're going to be using. You're going to be using the one with a minus now. Okay? So y equals a, parentheses, 1 minus r to the power of x. And let's see what numbers I'm going to have to use. On Monday, your teacher gives you a list of 20 square roots to memorize. So you started with 20. Y equals 20 that you memorized. 1 minus. You memorize all of them Monday night, and do not look at the list again. If you forget, that's your minus. 3% of the list each day. 3%. Change it to a decimal. So, to the left. That means it's going to be 0.03. So 1 minus 0.03 to the power of x. How many square roots will you remember 3 days later? So you're going to put this equation in y equals, second graph, and you're looking 3 days later. So on your table, you're going to look for 3 days later. How much does it give you? Okay, let's go look at problem number 17. They gave you the equation already, so you know that you're going to put that in y equals, second graph. But the reason why I'm doing this one with you is because it says that it's going to be in thousands. So when you're looking for 170,000, you're really looking for 170. When does it give you 170? Because this is going to be in thousands. So x, y, okay, add 0. I know that I start with 130,000 because that's what this says right here. So we want to know, when will it reach 170? So this is the number that you're looking for. Put this in y equals second graph and go look for the number when it gives you 170. Okay, I think you can do the rest of them by yourself. I was going to do 3 more, but I think you can do the rest of them by yourself. If you have any questions, just ask Ms. Betancourt or the sub, Ms. McNichol, and help each other out as well.